Spider Woman and Nico join Jessica Jones and Captain Marvel in the brand new A-Force team in Marvel Strike Force. Are you excited? We'll cover this and more in the UK's #1 Marvel Strike Force podcast, the MSF Pod. Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to episode 69 of the UK's #1 podcast on Marvel Strike Force, the MSF Pod. This podcast covers everything that's happening in the world of Marvel Strike Force, which is a mobile hero collector game available where you play mobile games. We are the lads from 4Play Gaming. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4playuk. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and tell your alliance mates about us if you enjoy this podcast. And a massive thank you to you for your support. We are looking for MSF Pod sponsors. If you are interested, send us an email to 4pgamingteam@gmail.com. And introducing the crew today, we have the kitman and resident expert on all things Marvel, Digz. How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. The sexy edition of the MSF Pod.
That's it, yeah. Too hot to handle. So how's things, man? How you doing? How's everything going?
Yeah, all good. New location for those who watch the video, we'll see.
That's it, yeah. Looking good. Looking fleeky, mate. Love it. Right, so first and foremost, mate, did you get any good pulls this week? Any upgrades, red stars, and what have you been working on team-wise?
No, I didn't get anything good this week at all. No good pulls whatsoever. I'm still pretty much only working on the Darkhold team, so I've just been blitzing my life away for the last few months for Agatha, and saving all my stuff so I can upgrade her and Wong as soon as I unlock them. So yeah, that's about it for me. Nothing massively exciting, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's fine, mate. No worries. How are you getting on with the Agatha event? We might as well cover that now while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I really don't like it. I don't think it's been well done at all, to be honest. It forces you to blitz a hell of a lot for not very good rewards.
Yeah.
5 shards out of an orb, you've got to do something like 40 blitzes to unlock. Seems rather tweet.
Are you bothering to spend the cores as well?
Not at the moment, because there's nothing worthwhile for me to spend cores on. So I will probably spend the cores when the Wong orb comes back. I'm hoping next week when his blitz is back.
Yeah.
Because I need a few more shards, 10, 15 shards or something to unlock him. So I'll probably buy a couple of his orbs to unlock him. Other than that, no, I'm not just going to spend cores for the sake of spending cores for this event. If there's something worthwhile, then I'll do it. But there's not at the minute. So no.
Yeah. From memory, that milestone that she's in, like the rewards, I mean, they're not amazing, are they? Like, I don't think you get like a heap of her shards or anything, do you?
No, it's terrible.
Okay, so no more. Okay, so I mean, that's the Granny Agatha thing covered, I guess. I don't need to talk.
They've not done well.
Okay. Right, so let's jump into it. I mean, for me, nothing really new to report. I've been leveling Morgan Le Fay up, getting her up because she's appearing more and more in my arena shard. Is that the same for you? Like, are you finding you're seeing a lot of those teams, or?
I'm not seeing many. I'm still seeing the old meta of Icarus and Cersei, and then anyone who can make them faster.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm seeing mostly, but I imagine if I started getting higher, then I would start seeing them till still around 100, 110, 120 odd mark most of the time.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean that team is going to be awesome. The minute I've got them all unlocked and leveled up, then I'm going to start raging through arena with them, I think.
Yeah, mate, for sure. Like it's it's pretty frightening. Like I keep coming up against like hybrids. I've seen like I went up against like the full team in real time arena today, but I wasn't really paying attention. You know what I mean? I just sort of looked over and I was like, I just got smoked by that team. But you know, like I like it's only hybrids at the moment because I don't think, I don't know. I don't think there's many people that have got the whole team in my arena shard yet. But I mean, everyone pretty much has Morgan Le Fay now, so she's creeping up a lot more. So I haven't really. Sorry, go on.
So she is good, Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah, I haven't really played with her, to be honest.
I've been using her in real time arena. I've been using a team of Doctor Strange, Heartless, Morgan Le Fay, Cloak and Dagger, and Doom in real time reading for the last few days and just smashing people to bits.
Yeah, mate.
Fun.
I tell you what, dude, I absolutely love Doctor Doom. Like, I mean, I always have, but I mean, he's just so much fun, isn't he?
Ridiculous. There's nothing I like more than coming up against a team with somebody who can't ability block. It's just they're just like, they either try and smoke him as quick as they can, which never works because then he just gets that speed boost and then time platform, game over.
Yeah.
Or what I'm finding at the moment is if people haven't got ability block, they're trying to take out Morgan Le Fay quickly and just can't do it. She's just too strong. So they end up just wasting a load of turns on Morgan Le Fay. She gets back to full health and they're just like, brilliant. Like Cloak rather puts on about 1 million negative effects and then Dagger comes in with the big damage.
Yeah. Right. That's wicked. Am I right? I can't remember if this is accurate or not, but doesn't Morgan have a massive health pool as well?
Yeah, she's got big health pool and big barrier.
Big thick barrier.
Big 2 C's, mate.
Right, okay. So let's have a look at what happened last week. I've got some salty stuff to talk about first of all, mate, and I've written some stuff down in regards to last week, in regards to the Scourge event from last week. So just to refrain from using expletives and all of that, and it's all in relate.
In the words of Taste Buds, it's time to get salty. Is that what you're telling me?
It's time to get salty. It's time to get salty. All right. So last week, a blog post got dropped, sort of a smaller blog post, saying Pestilence Scourge event issues. So I'll do this first bit, and then you hit the second paragraph. Yeah. All right. So, with the Pestilence Scourge event in full swing, there have been a few issues, and we want to provide you with some updates. First, there have been a number of accounts that have appeared on the leaderboards that clearly could not have earned the points necessary to get there. The dev team is manually reviewing each of these profiles in real time and banning any accounts that fraudulently acquired those points. To maintain the integrity of the rank rewards, there will be a delay period of 24 hours after the event ends to allow time to review the final standings beyond the top 100 on the leaderboards and remove any accounts that didn't rightfully earn their place. As there are many accounts to review, this does mean that there will be a delay in delivering shards for Morgan Le Fay, but we will work as quickly as possible to minimize the waiting time. After you, mate.
Secondly, there are several Scourges that are currently not functioning and are basically free points. As many players have already been able to take advantage of this, we will leave these Scourges unchanged for the duration of the event. These functionality of the Scourges, I think is what I meant to say, fixed for the next Scourge event, and that is Dark Resolve 1 and 2, Vile Rally, Poisoned Energy 1, and Back in the Fight. And to ensure all players are aware of this, we are updating the description of these Scourges likely today, which I think was a few days ago. And all of these will get 3 points for adding these to your run. We're also extending the duration of the Scourge event to allow players to utilise these Scourges if they wish.
Third, there is an aspect of the efficiency system designed for tiebreakers that does not match the design intention. The current function is that the system only counts your efficiency for the last battle in a given node instead of the intended function of counting all battles that occur in that node. Again, as many players have already been able to use this, we will leave it unchanged until the next Scourge event. Keep in mind that this only affects tiebreaker scores and adds a small amount of points to the total. And
finally, we saw questions in regards to the ICU Scourge and how it interacts with a character like Spider-Man Miles, who activates stealth at the start of the battle. The combat modifier for the Scourge is not actually active when on spawn. Passive abilities are applied. Basically, the current interaction is working as intended.
Please pardon our dust in this first iteration of the Scourge event, and we'll be sending out some general compensation in the near future to all players eligible to participate in the Scourge event as an appreciation for your patience while we work out the kinks.
And keep in mind that the Pestilence Scourge event will run another iteration in the future, and milestone rewards can be earned again. There will be more opportunities to earn additional character shards from Morgan Le Fay. We are thrilled to see so many players expressing how much fun they are having in the Pestilence Scourge event, and we work to ensure that future Scourge events are even better.
Okay, so just really quickly in relation to this blog post, on Reddit, someone the question was asked: will the Scourge event run a second time before the first Apocalypse event? And Cerebro popped up and said, "Yes, the Pestilence." And this is exact quote: "Yes, the Pestilence Scourge event will run again before Apocalypse is available." So does that say to you like you might as well level up your Dark Hunters or?
I suppose so, but the argument is, will it be the exact same event? Will it be the same? Like, will it require the same? Will it have the same requirements and stuff like that? Or by the time it rolls around for a second time, will it be a different? Will it be the next two newest set of characters? Do you know what I mean? It'll be the A team and whoever it is, the next new set. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm still really upset with those Dark Hunters.
Yeah,
I know they're going to win me over when they add Blade to that team, and I'm going to eat delicious crow for weeks. I have to level them up, but I'm just so annoyed that they built a team with the sole purpose to beat Heroes for Hire, and you can't even punch up. Stupid.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. So here comes the Luke moaning segment of the show. So if you want to fast forward it, it won't take long. I'm just going to jump up and down the screen for a while, and then right. So I'll Donkey Kong it in the in the chat. Right. So my point of view is this: stop saying issues. It's beginning to irritate me. People are cheating and exploiting the game, and having this like sterile, nicey approach isn't going to do anything. Like, clearly it hasn't done anything yet. People are literally taking the piss out of you like regularly at this point, and saying we're looking at these accounts individually just makes you sound like understaffed and incompetent. And the only people it's affecting are the super engaged people that enjoy the game. You know what I mean? Saying we're only going to deal with the top 100 literally says to me that, people like you and me who are, mid-end game players, whatever you want to call it, that means you're not going to pay attention to that. You know what I mean? It's just the top 100 where all the whales live.
No, I think from the way that reads to me is that they are looking beyond the top 100. So,
okay.
When rank wars, there will be a delay period of 24 hours after the event is to allow time to review the final standings. That's beyond the top 100.
Okay.
So they're reviewing more than the top 100 after the thing ends.
Okay. All right. It just frustrates me, mate. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing. It's really difficult. We talked about it a few times. There's one thing to allow a bug in your game that can allow people to exploit the leaderboards, like there was with an event a while ago where if you did it at a certain time, you got double points or whatever. I can't remember what it was. But
yeah, it was the alliance cheat. Yeah.
So that little exploit, that's one thing. You need to go in there and fix that. This to me seems like people are doing hacking, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like they're playing the game in a certain way which is allowing them to climb the leaderboards. This seems like they are hacking or doing something in the back end of the game, putting themselves in a place where they shouldn't be. And I don't really know how you get around that. Really, really difficult. They should be better prepared. A company with this big at this stage should have better security, again, for lack of a better term, stuff like this. And I suppose the efficiency of how they resolve the cheaters and give the rest of the community compensation will determine how much it annoys me. But it is stupid. Yeah.
It's just frustrating, mate. Like, it's like I said, I was like, it's easy to catch the 100k team that's literally in the top 10. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, there's no way that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever. But like, what about a player like you and me, for example, that knows how to cheat the game? That is like, oh, I can try. Like I can spend all week, doing the hero, the web warrior nodes over and over and over again until I get the right RNG and waste like 4 hours of my evening or whatever doing it. Or I can just APK hack the hell out of the game and do it in a minute. You know what I mean? And like, how are you going to catch, how are you going to catch someone that's got a 15, 16 mil TCP that's cheating? You know what I mean? I don't know how they do it, but yeah, it's just upsetting. You know what I mean? Like that's my main sort of bone of contention with it.
It's fair enough.
Mm. I said, I was like, it feels like running a marathon. You train hard all year. You know, my roster is in its athletic prime. You know, I feel like I've overtrained. You know, my dark hunters are pretty hench now. I took them way higher than I'm comfortable doing. And so, you know, you start the race and halfway along, a load of players just flip you the V's and jump in a taxi to the finish line. You know what I mean? And at some point, people are going to be like, if you can't beat them, join them. And then at that point, the integrity of the game's completely gone. You know what I mean? Like there are games like I can't think of one off the top of my head where it's just rife with hackers, and you're like, and it's almost accepted. You know what I mean? That guy's hacking. It's just like, I don't want that for this game. You know what I mean? It just completely turn me off it.
No, so that's what they need to come down hard and fast on the people that they've proven to be doing that. And like, if you hack a game, I don't understand why they wouldn't just immediately give you a lifetime ban.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's as simple as things. Go, oh, you've hacked into something secure. See you later forever.
Yeah. Done. I mean, it's definitely against the terms of service, isn't it? So.
100%,
yeah. Yeah, it's difficult because obviously they've got envoys and stuff that, you know, like, are they trusted people to like put information out about the game and stuff, and they're just ignoring the envoys at this point. You know what I mean? Like people, you know, content creators that I watch have literally said like in like envoy chats, like people are doing this, you know, leaderboards are a bad idea, and they're being ignored, and they're putting out content saying we're being ignored. So I don't know, it's just a mess, and they need to sort it out. And with that, I'm going to move on. Sorry, mate.
What?
Okay, right. So the Doctor Strange Heartless event finished. How did you get on in the end?
No, credit where credit's due. That was an event and a half. I really enjoyed that event.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love a campaign event. I like the fact they had a new difficulty. Wasn't as difficult as I expected it to be, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I got up to 5-star.
Boom. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect for the old for the Darkhold team. That's great.
So good. So yeah.
Is he regularly in your raid team now, or are you still using Deathpool?
I'm still using Deathpool on Mystic.
Sweet.
He's a battery for Icarus and Cersei.
Yeah.
You just completely nullify the opponents with those two, because, well, those three, I should say. So if you get enough kills and get the right RNG to feed Icarus and Cersei energy, the enemies just never take any turns. So you're constantly just removing that speed bar. It's the best.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
I was considering getting rid of Cloak and Dagger and putting Thanos, and maybe I'll put in Doctor Strange next to... so I can put Thanos right next to Icarus, so he's feeding him energy all the time as well. So he's just constantly doing assault.
worth a play, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like,
I just don't want to take Thanos all the way out there.
Yeah, good point. Right, okay. So also this week we have had the Block Party and Back to Boot Camp event. They popped back up again, which is always appreciated. Have you upgraded your skill military anymore, or are you just like, don't care?
No, skill military still getting the bin until they give me someone good. But the Block Party I hadn't actually gone to the end level of that, so I did do that. Whenever that event was on yesterday, before, whenever it was.
Yeah, I think it wrapped up yesterday, like at the time of recording. So sweet, mate. Okay, right. And then a little bit later on in the week, we had this Guess Who thing drop. So we've got 4 new characters. Obviously, 2 of them we know, so let's scratch those 2 off. What are we thinking here, buddy? These last 2 characters.
Well, first of all, I hadn't noticed this when I looked at this before, because I was focused on shadows. That Morgan Le Fay is quality.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That's wicked. I'd noticed that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wicked. And I'm hoping, well, yeah, what I want is probably not what they're going to give me, because what I want is it for Blade and Gambit. What I think it would be, I mean, it could be Blade, to be fair. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that's going to be Blade.
I hope so.
I don't think that's going to be Gambit. I think that's going to be the mate from he's going to be the 5th X-Factor character, but he's whose name is escaping me at the minute.
Oh, what, Havoc?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think that is a massive tease for Gambit.
Yeah.
Because it couldn't look more like him.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Havoc from the X Factor.
Okay.
So that you sent me a picture of it, and when you said it, I was like 100% so right. Yeah. Definitely going to be that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I feel sorry for Torna. Like Torna has literally been like from like day one that Strike Force came out. He's like, "Can I please have Gambit?" Like, and he's been like the whole way through. He's like been playing since day one, and this blew his mind. He was super excited about it, and it very well could not be his favorite character, but we'll see. Poor guy. I mean, how many generic bald characters are there in comics? I mean, you've literally it could be another Spider. You never know. But I'm just going to say Blade confirmed, mate, with this one here. I think
it certainly looks like it. The only thing that's giving me pause is the size of that nameplate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because Havoc and Blade are the same number of letters, and if that's Havoc, that is a much smaller nameplate. And I can't think who else that could be. If it's not Havoc or Gambit, which is even more letters.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that worries me about that not being Blade.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing with the nameplate, I mean, if you look at this Doctor Strange Heartless, they've added the little brackets to that wasn't there before, was it? So
they've also called him Strange Supreme there instead of Doctor Strange, like he is in game.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Weird, isn't it?
I tell you what, I tell you what, one thing as well I've just noticed that I don't know if anyone else has mentioned. How many of these characters are farmable, fountainable, whatever you want to call it?
I
mean, obviously, this is forgivable because this is current patch.
Yeah.
But
Silver Samurai, Lady Deathstrike. I mean, obviously, Omega Red's a legendary, so take it out of the equation. But
Silver
Samurai, Lady Deathstrike aren't, are they?
No.
Or anything, or in any stores. Same as Icarus and Cersei. Obviously, Dormammu again.
DD5.
That's fine. Magic can't get anywhere. Ghost Spider's in the raid milestone, so I would count that. I think that's fair.
Yeah, if you're in a higher alliance, yeah.
Scarlet and Spider Punk are nowhere. T'Challa is in Battle Pass, is he?
Yeah. Sorry, you're right. He's in Strike Pass, Battle Pass, yeah. But that's wrapping up in a couple of days, I think.
Yeah, and then literally the rest of them not anywhere yet.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting stuff.
What I do love, they put up that picture and then they put up that thing of Mr. Sinister being a smug son of a gun.
Is that like their trolling face, do you think?
I think so, yeah. So again, I just that must be because they know that's not Gambit and everyone's going to think it is. Yeah, there you go.
so Fran at JMNZF92. Why is he laughing? Is he laughing because we think those are Gambit and Rogue like every single month? That's funny. Here he is, this guy, the old at the Pocket Taco 2. Give us Iron Man rework and farmable teal gear. He's the guy who was like, give us anti-venom shards.
The anti-venom shards guy.
Unbelievable.
The comment underneath here's a good point though. Give us or just give us superior Iron Man. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So so let us know in the comments who you think the other two are going to be. Obviously, once they drop, don't post them down in the comments, but do whatever you like, I guess. So that's pretty cool. What else have we got to deal with this week, mate? Block Party came back. We've dealt with that. Guess who? Right. Okay. So let's hit this week's blog post, mate.
Ooh.
So we've got a couple of kits for you to deal with, mate. Yeah. Right. I'll hit this bit, mate, and then you can do the next if you like.
Jessica Drew.
Yeah. All right. So this week's blog post: A Force of Nature. Greetings, commanders. Introducing A Force. The battle for Alliance supremacy is about to heat up with the upcoming arrival of Alliance War's new weapon of helicarrier destruction A-Force. The new team will be a war offense scalpel capable of picking apart many of the top war defenses with precision. It will feature 4 members for now, including longtime best friends Captain Marvel and Jessica Jones. I didn't know they were best friends. They'll both be receiving updates with the forthcoming version 6.1 release, updating their base stats and forming new synergies with their A-Force allies. Now let's meet the fresh faces of A-Force.
So, first up, Spider Woman. Jessica Drew was just 7 years old when she contracted uranium poisoning from her father's genetic experiments on spiders. Her father saved Jessica's life by injecting her with the experimental spider-derived serum and suspending her in hibernation in a genetic accelerator. Jessica spent decades in stasis, receiving subliminal education via tapes. And when she finally awakened, fully cured, Jessica had only aged to her teens. She formed new powers, including superhuman strength, agility, reflexes, and wall-crawling abilities. Jessica's body also produced bioelectricity that she could discharge through her hands, and a pheromone that elicited fear, attraction, and repulsion in others. Alone in the world and struggling to come to terms with her powers, Jessica was recruited by an underground criminal organization where she trained to be an expert assassin by Taskmaster and assigned to kill S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury. However, during the mission, Jessica learned from Fury the true nature of her employers, which led to her abandoning the organization. When Jessica's original memories were eventually restored, Jessica adopted the name Spider Woman and became one of Earth's most valuable heroes. Cool backstory. I do like her backstory.
I tell you what, man, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I didn't know anything about Spider Woman.
Yeah. Spider Woman swings into the A-Force team as a blaster with high damage and speed. In addition to painful attacks, she brings a good deal of damage mitigation with her A-Force allies by the way of her passive ability, Pheromone Fighter. And speaking of pheromones, you can see her pheromones in action during an Alliance War offense battle. She can lower the accuracy of enemies who possess offense down when Spider Woman is above 30% health and has 3 or more A-Force allies. Keep in mind that Spider Woman starts an Alliance War offense match by applying offense down, which has 3 or more A-Force allies, so this accuracy ability can be very powerful. And trap enemies in a web of pain with Spider Woman. So, traits: Hero, City, Bio, Blaster, and A-Force. No Spider-Verse.
That's bonkers, isn't it?
Different.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to do the passive first?
Start with the passive. So, Pheromone Fighter. On spawn, apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all A-Force allies. On turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health. Gain 25% focus per A-Force ally. Gain 10% max health. A-Force allies gain 10% max health. And on war offense, on spawn, if this character has 3 or more A-Force allies, apply offense down for 2 turns to all enemies. And also on war, gain 10,000% resistance against offense down, so you never put an offense down in there. And on war offense, A-Force allies gain 10,000% resistance against offense down. And in war offense, if this character has 3 or more A-Force allies above 30% health, lower the accuracy by 25% for all enemies with offense down. Tasty. Tasty passive. So basic swift strikes. Attack primary target for 260% damage and apply defense down for 2 turns, and chain to 2 adjacent targets for 210% damage and apply defense down. And this attack cannot be counterattacked or blocked. It's a really good basic.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I really like that. Yeah, damage isn't massively high, but defense down for 2 turns, the main, and then defense down on 2 other targets is good.
Yeah.
It's a shame it's chain and not rebound, but maybe it's not be. So special gliding assault. Energy cost 6/6. It's quite expensive. Attack target for 350% damage and apply ability block for 1 turn, heal block for 2 turns, and offense down for 2 turns. And then chain to 4 adjacent targets for 350% damage and apply heal block for 2 turns and offense down for 2 turns. And gain 100% extra focus for this attack. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. And on war offense, gain 50% damage per A-Force ally. And also on war, this attack cannot be counter-attacked. It's good. Powerful. Again, expensive, but it should be for the amount of stuff it does, especially on war offense. So if you've got full A-Force team, when they, 4 A-Force members for now, that's 500% damage to 5 enemies. It's good.
Yeah, it is good. Then the ultimate.
Ultimate Venom Blast. Energy cost 4/6. Attack primary target for 360% damage with an additional 50% damage per negative effect on the primary target, and again, no cap. Flip 2 positive effects to negative effects on the primary target and extend the duration of all negative effects by 1. This attack cannot be counterattacked or dodged, and on a war offense, it cannot be blocked. That's a fantastic ultimate, I think.
Yeah.
That's going to be really high damage to a single target.
Yeah.
Potentially.
And it's, I mean, 4/6, not bad.
Yeah. Again, if you put her in a team that puts a lot of negative effects on, it's good. It's a good start.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, you could, okay, cool. Right, so next up we've got Nico Minoru. I'll read through this, mate, just to save your voice.
No,
do you know anything about Nico Minoru?
Nothing.
Okay, cool. Me either. Let's go. So every year, Nico Minoru's parents would join 5 other couples in a charity event, but hang on a minute, wait. Every year, Nico Minoru's parents would join 5 other couples in a charity event, but one year, Nico and several other kids spied on their parents to see what they were up to. Nico was shocked to discover her parents speaking a strange enchantment and then sacrificing an innocent girl during a mysterious group ritual. What the hell? After uncovering the truth about her parents, that they were supervillains, Nico ran away from home, but she was soon found by her parents and revealed that they were dark sorcerers. When Nico's mother attempted to stab her with a staff, the staff of one, Nico's body absorbed it. Nico soon discovered that, like her parents, she was also a sorcerer. The staff of one empowered Nico with the ability to cast spells verbally, but she could only cast a given spell once. After the demise of her parents, and now empowered with her new abilities, Nico became a superhero. Of course she did. She joined forces with the likes of A-Force, Cloak and Dagger, the Young Avengers, the X-Men, and Doctor Strange in her many adventures. Jeez, what a backstory. I mean, that's dark as hell.
Isn't it?
Oh my God, I was like, where's this going? I was like, am I on like the right page? You know what I mean? All right, okay. Nico joins her A-Force allies as a controller, and she features high health and speed. Her kit features the necessary tools to help shut down some of the top war defenses, as well as additional health and positive effects for her A-Force teammates. And as a nod to Nico's ability to only cast a spell once, using the staff of one, her abilities feature a bit of fun by applying a random positive effect when using her basic, special, and ultimate abilities for the first time in battle. That's cool. Make your enemies' outlook grim with Nico Minoru.
So, traits: Hero, Globally, Mystic, Controller, and A-Force.
Okay, and do you want the passive?
So, passive: Blood, Sorcery, Metal.
I was just say, yeah.
On spawn, apply Safeguard, Immunity, and Death Proof to the highest health A-Force ally. Apply Immunity and Death Proof to the lowest health ally. Gain 50% drain, 50% focus, 40% focus for each A-Force ally, 10% max health per A-Force ally, and A-Force allies also gain 10% max health. Nice.
That's pretty good. Nothing to do with war in there. So that's a bit weird.
No. Also, the apply immunity and death proof just says the lowest health ally, not the lowest health A-Force ally, which is interesting.
Interesting. Okay. And basic Blood Strike.
Yeah, Blood Strike. Primary target for 270% damage. Clear all heal block and stun from the ally with the highest damage. Nice. And call that ally to attack the primary target. After every use of this ability, after the first time during a match, randomly choose one of the following effects. Apply bleed to the primary target, gain defense up, or heal the most injured ally or self by 15% of this character's max health. It says randomly choose. That's interesting. I wonder if that's worded correctly, because that gives us the impression that we can choose the effect.
Yeah.
Which would be very new. It's interesting to see what it looks like when that goes live.
That's a really useful basic, though, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
Okay. Clear stun all day. There's nothing about clearing stun.
Yeah, same.
This is a little bit of an anti-Heroes for Hire team as well. So, isn't it?
Mm.
So special occult bloodletting. Energy cost 5/5. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 250% damage and apply 2 bleed. Gain 2 regen after every use of this ability. After the first time during a match, randomly choose one of the following effects. Apply disruptor to the primary target. Gain death proof. Apply 2 counter to adjacent allies. And on war offense, this attack cannot be blocked. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit low damage, but I think we're going to make up for it here. So, Ultimate Grim Tidings. Energy cost 8/8. Attack all enemies for 450% damage and flip all of the following positive effects into negative effects. Deflect, speed up, and defense up. Weirdly, there's not got offense up. Interesting. And on war offense, if this character has 3 or more A-Force allies, apply 2 trauma. Oh, delicious. And disrupted for 2 turns to the primary target the primary target, the enemy with the highest health, and the enemy with the highest damage. Lovely. After every use of this ability, after the first time during a match, randomly choose one of the following effects. Gain 2 evade, apply 2 deflect to self and all allies, revive a dead ally with 20% base health, and on war offense, gain 100% extra focus, and it cannot be dodged, counterattacked, or blocked. It's really good.
That's really good.
Again, expensive, but it should be.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, if you're bringing characters back, man, it should be. But wow, that's great.
It's really good. I mean, that much damage and a revive, and if you don't need it to be a revive, you can add evade or deflect. I like that a lot.
I mean, she's a really useful character. You know what I mean? Like, she's a proper, like, can do a bit of everything. Like, yeah. Okay. All right.
Healing. She's reviving. I like that a lot.
Okay, that's good. All right, so look, so we've also got some updates to some of the rest of the A-Force. It's A-Force, isn't it? Yeah. So Jessica Jones updates. She has had base stat increases for her health, damage, armor, focus, and speed. Her health has gone up by 41%. And from memory, she was pretty high health anyway.
I think she felt like she was back in the day. I mean, admittedly, I haven't used her in a long, long time, but she felt like she was. It felt like she was only second to Luke Cage in that original Defenders team. Yeah,
and is it her focus that's ridiculous? Like, you just can never stick like negative effects on her. She always resists them.
It's resistance high.
That's right. Okay, cool. All right, so shall we do the updates to her kit?
Yeah, sure. We'll just start at the top, work our way down, don't start the passive.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
Her basic Jawbreaker has now been added. It generates 1 ability energy for a random defender or A-Force ally who is not a full energy. So that's the only change there. Her special Shake It Off is Ring Taylor Swift. Generate 1 ability energy for each defender or A-Force ally, and generate 4 ability energy for random allies.
What? 4 ability?
All they've added there is A-Force.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Right. And then they've also added Barrier Self and all A-Force allies for 20% of this character's max health, and all other allies for 10%, and apply 1 defense up to a maximum of 3 turns to self and all A-Force allies, and apply 1 immunity to self and all A-Force allies. None of that is in war, that's just in general, which is good. And Ultimate Rejection has added the adjacent targets. So it used to just attack the primary target for 400%, now it attacks primary and adjacents for 400.
That's cool.
And then her passive, so her new passive reads: gain 10% max health, A-Force allies gain 10% max health, gain 40% armor, and A-Force allies gain 40% armor, gain 40% resistance, and defender and A-Force allies gain 40% resistance, and additional city allies gain 20%, and all other allies gain 50% resistance. And on war offense, on spawn, builds fill speed bar by 5%, and additional 5% per A-Force ally. Nice.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
You'll be happy with the 7 red star Jessica Jones that he's got sitting there?
Who will?
Wardy, friend of the show.
Nice. Yeah, he will be happy. All right.
And then Captain Marvel has had boosts to health, damage, armor, resistance, and focus. So her new passive reads a gigantic, unnecessarily massive passive. Has added on end of turn, attack all enemies for 150% and clear all evade. And while in binary, in war, if this character has 2 or more A-Force allies, this attack cannot be blocked or dodged. And then she also gains an extra 10% max health, and A-Force allies gain an extra 10% max health. They're going to have a lot of health, this team. That's 3 characters that give them 10% max health.
Yeah. Was that it?
Yeah, that's all they did. They just added to a passive. All the rest of her attacks stay the same.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, is it the Gamma Raid? I'm going to get this wrong again, aren't I?
Yeah, the Gamma Raid, the one that everyone hates.
Yeah, okay. So happy days. Hopefully that means she's a little bit more handy in that. So thank you very much, Scopely. Appreciate that. All right, okay. So next up, we've got the season pass, season 15. So season 15 of Strike Pass is right around the corner, and you don't want to miss the rewards you'll earn by completing your daily objectives. The new season kicks off on April 26th and will feature Misty Knight character shards and Misty Knight's new private eye costume as a feature of rewards. Shout out Hall and Oates. Yes. Pink Phase bits will be rewarded from various milestones, which you can use to purchase her bionic threads in the costume store. The private eye costume will also have visual upgrade, which can be purchased using costume credits. Keep in mind that unused Pink Phase bits will be converted to costume credits on May 31st at a conversion rate of 60%. So be sure to scoop up Misty Knight's costume before then. Is that in game?
Is what in game? Sorry.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed it, but admittedly, I haven't checked store for one. So look.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
No, it's not in game yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, awesome. So yeah, and next up, Digz, do you want to hit the Elite Store?
Sure. If you're looking to add more power to Morbius, skip the blood bank and opt for the power of red stars. Starting on April 28th, best day of the year, head to the Elite Store and sync your direct red star promotions for this Dark Hunter controller using gold and silver promotion credits. And in the meantime, you can find Morbius character shards in Ultimate Orb, Basic Orb, Premium Orb, Mega Orb, and the supplies section in the store.
All right, so into the weekly events. Rack up character shards for 3 powerful characters with our upcoming events. For all bonus events, filter your roster using the featured trait to find all eligible characters and their corresponding nodes. So, Phoenix Rising repeating legendary event rewards obviously Phoenix, and the required characters are 5 villain Mystic Controller characters at a minimum of 5 stars to recruit Phoenix. We also have a video of that available on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4playuk.
Yes. And then also on April 25th, we've got the second run of the One Blitz, the Mystic Protector Blitz. So make sure you get Blitz and nerds.
Indeed. And that's it's unusual that's the Blitz. Normally, like the big character is the weekend Blitz, but get your 8 Blitz rotations in, guys. And then next we've got the Tachyon Warrior Blitz for the weekend. So featuring Silver Samurai character shards. So that's probably one of the best Blitz weeks we've had in a long time.
That's good, yeah. Silver Samurai's still needed and desperately need those 1 shards. I'm hoping, like I say, it's all gone back as well. So I can spend some cores on that stupid Agatha event.
So Digz, the big thing for me is obviously your opinion on characters and teams. What are you going to do with A-Force?
I might get stuck in. I'll see what the unlock requirements are for those 2. And then I'll decide. I mean, that I've forgotten her name already, Nico.
Yeah.
You may as well just call her Echo 2. Look at her. She looks identical. Well, they did a second costume for Echo. They've replaced her pugily sticks with a staff. Yeah, there you go. Look. They've taken a handprint off her face and given her a staff.
It's close. It is close, isn't it?
Look at go back to the Guess Who. So look at her there, right? And then look at the shadow. Scroll down a bit. But when I saw that, I was just like, they messed up in that Echo again.
Yeah.
Slightly put the top knot up a little bit higher. Bun. But no, to be fair, character looks good in terms of stats and stuff. So depending on how they unlock, I'll probably get stuck in with them. I need a new War Offense team to help with Heroes for Hire. I've already got Jessica Jones and Captain Marvel at pretty high star levels anyway. They need adding stuff like gear to and stuff, but I think they'll be good.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, like, I mean, I don't know much about Spider Woman. I know she's been around for a long time, but like, I really like that costume. It just pops for me. I don't know what it is.
I've always liked that costume. I think it's really underrated. I think it's one of the most underrated costumes.
Yeah, really, really cool costume. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked for A-Force, I guess. I'd like to see who the fifth character is going to be. But yeah,
I wonder who they're going to add as the fifth character. When I saw that they were announcing A-Force, I did wonder if they were going to throw She-Hulk in that team.
Oh, okay. Is she part of A-Force then?
She has been part of A-Force, yeah. So I did wonder if they were going to throw in. But if they were going to do that, I figured they would have done that from the start. Now I feel like they're going to add someone else, but I don't know who.
Interesting. Well, yeah. I guess there's only one way to find out, mate. Just wait and see what MSF decide to do next.
Stay tuned.
That's it. Yeah. All right, guys. Please remember to rate and review this podcast however you consume it, and please do not forget to follow or subscribe. Remember, all roads lead to our YouTube channel, which is at youtube.com/4playuk. If you want to ask us a question for next week, or if you want to chat about, who you think's coming to Marvel Strike Force, drop a comment down in the YouTube comments. There's a link in the description if you're listening. And thanks a lot for checking us out, and we will catch you next week. Diggs, got anything else you want to say?
I'll tell you what, actually. I'll tell you who they put in that A-Force team. They should put in the Disco Dazzler. Do you remember the Disco?
Disco Dazzler?
Yeah, you've probably only ever heard of her from watching comic book men, but she was the superhero that uses music, and she turns like the sound into light and then uses it as like energy beams, but she's all about disco. She used to perform on stage at the Disco Dazzler, mate. That's what they should get in.
That needs to happen. I'm well up for that.
Wicked, isn't it?
You heard it here first. Disco Dazzler coming to MSF.
Big gigantic disco ball just drops from the sky. It's their ultimate.
You can have that one for free, Scopely.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and good luck, Commanders. Boom.